What exactly is the Calm Strength Method? Calm Strength Method is an 8-week program I built from about a decade of my own practice with traditional Chinese medicine. Specifically, the food, rest, and movement mapped against the rhythm of the 24 solar terms. It is not a diet plan, and it's not a fitness challenge. It is a way of rethinking your daily life with a much older logic than the one most of us are running on. The one that says, push harder, sleep less, ignore the signals. I built it specifically for professional women over 45 because that's the season of life I am in myself. And it's the season where I've seen this rhythm-based approach matter most. Who is this actually for? Women over 45 who are still fully in it. Careers, families, responsibilities, and who feel like their energy doesn't match their calendar anymore. If you've noticed that the things that used to restore you don't quite work the way they used to, this is for you. It's not for anyone in an acute crisis. This sits alongside medical care. It doesn't replace it. Is it based on real medicine, or is it more spiritual or lifestyle? I want to be precise here rather than vague, because vague is where trust breaks down. Calm Strength Method draws on TCM's 3,000-year-old observational framework for how the body's rhythms shift across the seasons. This is a tradition and a way of organizing life, not a substitute for medical diagnosis or treatment. Where I can, I connect the seasonal logic to things modern chronobiology also observe about seasonal rhythms. I think that dialogue between old and new is genuinely interesting and worth taking seriously without overstating either side. How is the 8 weeks actually structured? You will get a weekly rhythm, content, live sessions, and practices delivered through Google Classroom. So everything stays in one place and you can move through it on your own schedule between live touchpoints. I keep the cohort small on purpose because this cohort is capped at 10. The whole point is that I actually know what's happening in your week, not that you are one of 100 in the field. How much time do I need to set aside each week? I've built to fit inside a real working life, not to compete with it. Roughly 2-3 hours a week, most weeks. A mix of short content, one live session, and small daily practices you fold into your existing routine rather than bolt on top of it. What happens if I miss a live session? Life happens. I'm not going to pretend otherwise, especially to an audience of women juggling exactly what I juggle. Sessions are recorded and stay in your Google Classroom. so missing one doesn't mean falling behind. What language is the program? English. If enough interest comes from Danish or Chinese-speaking participants in future, I will consider a language-specific cohort. Let me know if there's something you'd want. Will this fix my sleep or energy or stress? I won't promise a fix because I don't think that's honest, and because everyone's starting point is different. What I can tell you is what Calm Strength Method is built to do. Not hand you a hack, but help you realign the rhythm of your day so your body has what it needs to do its own repair work. What changes and how much is genuinely different for each woman? That's not a dodge, it is just true. Do I need to already know anything about traditional Chinese medicine? No. I built this to be the first door in, not a program for people who already practice. I will explain everything as we go. The solar terms, the food rest movement logic, all of it, assuming zero prior knowledge. Is this a replacement for therapy, medication, or medical treatment? No. And I want to be very clear about that. Calm Strength Method is a lifestyle and rhythm-based program. If you are managing a diagnosed condition, please keep your medical team in the loop and treat Calm Strength Method as something that sits alongside that care, not instead of it. If you are currently discussing hormonal therapy or any other treatment with your doctor, that conversation stays between you and them. Calm Strength Method isn't a substitute for it, whatever you decide. When does the next cohort start? And how much does it cost? The August cohort opens on Liqiu, August 10th, with 10 spots at €1,500 for the full 8 weeks. I keep it small deliberately, so once the spots are gone, the next opportunity will be the following cohort. What's included in that price? The full 8-week curriculum, weekly live session, everything hosted in Google Classroom, and direct access to me throughout, not a self-paced course you disappear into alone. Is there a live event before the cohort starts where I can get a feel for it? Yes, back on July 16th, I ran a live session, walking through the method directly and answering questions in real time. The full recording is available if you want a genuine sense of how I teach before you commit. Just ask and I will send it over. Why should I trust you on this specifically? Well, fair question. I hold a master's degree in international relations with China area studies and a bachelor degree in language and international business communication, both from Aalborg University, Denmark. And I've spent close to a decade living this framework myself before ever teaching it. I'm also a registered interpreter in Danish, English, and Mandarin on the Danish National Police, official interpreter register. A different kind of qualification, but it's shaped how carefully I try to translate not just language, but a whole cultural logic into something that actually lands for a Danish or international audience without losing what makes it true to its roots. What if I have a question that's not answered here? Reach out directly. This list will grow as real questions come in, and I'd rather answer you personally than leave you guessing.